3, 2, 1. Otitis Externa. It's not a new dance from Latin America. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Joel Saylor of Town & Country Veterinary Clinic.
Yeah, you said it right. You pronounced it right. That's good. I'm proud of you.
Don't ask me to spell it.
Yeah, so Otitis Externa, for you kids out there, this is your nickel word for today. Anytime you see the word itis at the end of any medical term, okay, it means inflammation, okay? And now, oto means ear. So otitis means inflammation of the ear. Just like an otoscope is what looks in your ears. It's a viewing device for your ears. Otitis is inflammation of the ear. Now, there's 3 types of otitis. There's interna, media, and externa. So where do you think the externa is?
That's on the outside.
Right. Okay. So that's basically everything outside the eardrum.
All right.
Okay. And that's typically when we're dealing with infections with dogs and cats, otitis externa, we're typically dealing with beyond the eardrum. Okay. So that's eardrum on the way out. Now, and that's contrasted. Like, I remember when my son always had ear infections, his was usually otitis media, which is right behind that eardrum. They say, oh, I can see the eardrum's bulging. That's why they put the tube and stuff in. Okay, so we're not talking about that kind of ear infection. We're talking about an outer ear infection. Okay. One of the biggest misconceptions that we see is that people come in and say, well, I've been using ear mite medicine, but he's still scratching at his ears. Ear mites, one, technically is not otitis externa. Okay, it's ear mites. And a lot of people erroneously keep treating dogs over and over and over and over again for ear mites, and it's not ear mites. And a dog that really doesn't have exposure to any other animals, the likelihood of it being ear mites is extremely low. But otitis externa, due to other things, is very high. Now, otitis externa, in my mind, is not a diagnosis. It's a symptom. Okay? And so basically, it usually points to either allergic disease, like skin disease, either inhaled allergies, flea bite, food allergy, or something like hypothyroidism. And so it's part of a bigger problem. And so now a one and done, like if I had a dog that goes swimming in a yucky pond and he gets an ear infection, I'm going to treat that just like it's an ear infection. Okay? But in the back of my mind, I'm going to be wondering. And then if I start seeing a couple of these and owners say, well, we treated the ears, it keeps coming back, we can't get this thing gone. Well, yes, we do get it gone. It just recurs because we haven't dealt with the underlying problem. So if you're frustrated with your veterinarian right now, be that me or anybody else, okay, because you've been repetitively treating ear infections, it's because we're not dealing with the main problem. Now, odds are your veterinarian probably already told you that there's an underlying cause. You just didn't want to hear that part. So go back in with a different mindset in that the ear infection points elsewhere, okay, and it's the elsewhere that we got to treat. Otherwise, we're going to keep treating those ear infections over and over again. And you know what the definition of futility is: doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So don't be futile out there.
All right, we'll be back right after this message.